know.
Anyway, we're gonna be in the next game. It is team random, and it's Mayans.
You've seen
uh,
that? It's 3% betted on MbL winning 3-2, and 31% have put bets on Eddie winning at 3-2. So,
oh wow.
so
So
that's an
still a
interesting
small
stat.
percentage, I think either. Uh, oh, three. Wait, 3% for MBL. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow,
three
that's
percent for a
incredible.
3-2 MbL win. 3%.
Well,
Gotta
those
love odds.
people, they're gonna be really happy. Let's take a look at the maps now. Mayans, what a way to end, because we've seen all these like
Yeah.
different civs and stuff. Now it's Mayans, and Mayans is like Mayans team random is something we've seen quite a lot. It's quite easy to talk about the metagame for Mayans team random, so
Mm.
it should be a little bit easier, I think, to speculate on. But MBL's here in the blue again, and taking a look at his map, he does have that gold quite forward actually. It's not really the best location for him. In the back, he does have
Oh.
another gold and stone, but other than that, it's not too much. Oh, another stone in his base as well, which is nice. Is there a lame going on, or? Nah, okay. MBL calling Eddie a lamer in the chat because he has his eagle here, but looks like the boars of MBL are actually
I
inside his base. Go ahead.
no, I'm just counting the sheep right now because I just see two sheep not picked up yet from outside his walls. I don't know what I really should be focusing on about the laming part, but I don't think actually MBL's just scouts out the rest of his sheep. That's probably why he's calling him a lamer because he sees. But
Well,
in general, though, when it
he
comes
does
to
see them actually.
mesosids, all right. In general, when it comes to mesosids, like Aztecs or Mans, it literally is find quickly your resources and go out and try and lame if you can a boar or so.
Yeah, yep,
Like a bit like Arabia, but generally from what I see, it's always like that sort of style.
yeah. This is a
Um,
quote I always like, and Fiage is a player I always like as well. But he's quoted as saying they're not scouts, they're boar stealers. So
yeah,
yeah, yeah, they so easy to lame.
that has to be quoted actually on the chat room, by the way. That has to be like on the Twitch
Yeah, that would
stream.
be. I don't know when it was. I mean, I'm just repeating the quote from someone else, to be honest. So, but
Chinese whispers.
I assume, yeah, I assume that was. Maybe it's changed. Maybe he said, "I hate boar stealing" a long time ago, and that's what it's transitioned into. Just kidding. PH,
Probably.
PH is a huge lamer. So, but anyway, it seems like a pause. Let's take a quick look at Eddie's map, and look at that. That gold also
Mm.
right on the front, and he has a stone there as well, but not quite as forward. Other than that, inside his walls, nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's like that Sandlot quote. Wait, is that the? No, it's not Sandlot. Never mind. I'm thinking of a different movie. We'll forget that.
No.
But absolutely nothing inside his walls except this one relic. So I think MBL, though his gold's forward, he certainly has a little bit better map, just having the extra resources.
Yeah, a little bit more guaranteed. I think that's for sure. One interesting thing to note though is if he does go for the castle, we'll say next to that wood line. If he gets a TC right in between that main gold and stone, like that Craigasm will be unreal. Like that 2-for-1 job.
Yeah, that's like the only thing that you can say about that placement is that you could do that. Um,
Yeah. Gotta find a positive side in everything. Oh, looks like actually MBL's gonna pick up those team sheep from Eddie and
uh,
Ree. It's two
yeah,
for best of five. Oh,
okay.
okay. Well,
All right.
okay. Well
These
then,
guys, can I just say it? These guys want to win, man. They're using their rees. They are making sure they have all their resources. They really, really want to win. And I love it. I really love it. Eddie now is used, what, two rees now? And MBL's not too happy about it, but I shouldn't say he's not happy, but he's said who puts two rees in a best of five. So maybe Eddie's a bit scared or a bit, you know, understanding that MBL is strong here. He's using all his rees. He wants to make sure everything's perfect. If he was up against a
yeah.
player he thought he had an edge on, I don't think he'd be doing that.
Yeah, I think actually in that respect, I think he respects it, no doubt of MBL's skill. I think just from the series so far, anyway, that's for sure. I think in this game, he read because one, the map was definitely not in his favor. The gold and the stone was quite far out. Rest of the resource on the outside too, and he couldn't find those 2 sheep too. And in a main war, especially as a game deciding, and you've got that re in hand as well, you might as well just use it nonetheless anyway. But I don't actually blame him. I don't think it's actually a case of like he's afraid. I think it's just more of the fact that it's safety play really. He has to guarantee a good start.
So I think we should appreciate that not long ago we were watching MbL throw all of his villagers at Edie, and we probably all had in the back of our minds that Edie was going to take this quite comfortably. And here we sit at 2-2, and we're going into the 5th game. That's pretty nice. It's been a great game so far, I think. And it's going to be about 30 seconds then until we are in the game. And hopefully, I guess MbL still has a re available to him, but seems to be just playing it out. We have it starting right about now, and let's go. Game 5. And here we have it. Mayans again, of course. Team colors should be coming on, and fantastic stuff. So, turn the chat off, and MbL here in the blue. Take a quick look at his map. One relic right outside his walls, which is nice, but he does have the back gold, back stone, 2 more back golds. That's very, very nice for him. Very, very nice, very safe. So, actually, yeah, so he's 3 total golds, 1 stone. And so you can't complain about that for sure. Other than that, I mean, I have to say his map is very safe. I mean, you can see both...
Thank you, you wonderful man!
Thank you for the donation, Remsick. I think it's a love you, Tafflebot. I can't quite see what it says. But we all love Tafflebot, that's for sure. We have the forest trees here, and he can just wall towards his TC with that. MbL will probably take advantage of that. Edie has his gold out on the sides. Not really the worst location as far as rating's concerned. 1 relic inside his base. His stones actually could be of worry for him. I guess he's 1 way out there, but he won't collect from that. They're actually near the walls, and I think MbL will be close enough to potentially raid that. Might just be out of reach, but either way, depending on where the villagers are located, the eagle might be able to see how many villagers are on stone. But I can't say the maps are really all that horrible for either player. A back gold then for Edie, and he's his main one in a decent spot. Certainly MbL's map's a little bit better. The relics, though, this is interesting. 2 down here, and then 1 out here, and those are the remaining ones apart from the relics behind or outside the walls of each player. Alright, so we saw last game it was Mayans. This time it's Mayans as well. And you can pretty much assume we're going to see plumed archers, but at what point and how much we're going to see, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think actually MbL's map's a lovely map. Actually, I think it's great.
It's beautiful.
He's got loads. He's got so much space at the back to build up, and all his goals are safe too. And the stones on the outside, the secondary one. But if he puts a castle just behind that wall, it will cover that that secondary stone anyway. So that's fine. This map is all covered, really.
You could get away with a really big boom as well. Like, you can do that pretty safely. You could like delay getting his castle up. You know what I mean? Just like get the TCs up right away onto stone, and maybe just lure Edie into being aggressive, and he'd be completely fine. I mean, he can just wall towards his TC, boom belt behind it. If he gets a castle up in front of his TC or near his TC, he'd be fine. I don't know. I think MbL is a fantastic position. Well, Eddie's is kind of standard, honestly.
Thank you, you wonderful man!
Eddie's is okay. Like, the good thing he's got is that extra stone at the back, actually, which is actually massive, to be fair. And he's got extra 1,000 stone to work with if he can access all the stones, let's say, in his game. But that's a whole castle in a bit, so I mean, nearly enough to 2, so...
I have to also thank Nikki for King Nikki for I know you as Nikki, but thank you for the donation as well. Thank you guys so much for the support. These games are obviously bringing in a lot of people today, and it's been a lot of fun. So We have the deer for both these players quite close to TCs. They can lure them. That's very nice. MbL just having an extra one. The interesting thing is that I don't know if Eddie's going to be able to recognize how wallable, I guess you can say, MbL's map is with his eagle. He'll see the wood lines, but I don't know if he can know what's beyond the walls. And so I feel like his judgment's really good. He might know not to be too incredibly aggressive, but hard to say.
Your mic's got a bit quiet, by the way. I think you changed the setting on it.
Yeah, is it fixed now? Or
I think it's bad. I think it's bad now. Yeah.
Yeah, I need a new mic,
Yeah, there you go. It's better now.
and unfortunately, there's on my.
No, it went for like 2 seconds. And I was like,
Well,
oh, it's getting
there's
quiet.
there's a
It's
button
like
on
going
my.
to a tunnel.
There's a button on my. I don't know why they put it there. There's a button on my headphones, and if you press it, it affects some things, obviously. So it's
yeah, it's fine. It's cool.
So.
But back to your point about Eddie, I think you're absolutely right. I think his judgment. I mean, he's a really skilled arena player, so there's no doubt his judgment is like questionable at all. It's amazing. So when he will patrol around the walls, you'll see that one is a very short wall. Like it's just literally 2 lengths. Let's just call it, okay. So he knows that if he wants to try and break on through, the probability of that area that he can get an access to, and there being resources, is quite small, really.
Yeah.
You can't. It's very rare to have 3 golds and like 2 stone like in the same area like that.
Yep.
So, and even then, like when he breaks in, look, like for MbL, look how easy it is just to wall it off section and just again boom behind it. So it's gonna be tough for Eddie to break. I think he's just got to control the main area of the map. Don't look to pressure too much, I don't think. And from there on in, just try and boom up and try to get to Imperial faster, basically, I think, and push from there. That's his best bet, really.
I think both these players, MbL actually might be inclined. I mean, he could maybe get away with being a little bit aggressive, but both these players probably we're going to see Imperial Age at some point, I think, and see the standard plumes and rams. I've seen some things in this best of 5 I did not expect, and I've liked it, so maybe we'll see more of the same. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? But it's gonna be interesting. I think a great match to end it all on, though. I mean, like a main war. It's just I feel like in some regards like a bread and butter, to some degree. I mean, like it means it's like can use in all formats. That's what I mean by the bread and butter. It's just like
Yeah, mine's fantastic, Civ.
And all that.
It's widely seen, and especially, well, like you said, all formats, but especially this type of map. And we'll see why it's effective. Now, the interesting thing is this is actually the first time they're playing as the same Civ. So,
yes.
We'll see how they do, and if they are able to go head-to-head together, and if they do go like research for research and unit for unit, who's going to be fastest, who's going to have the best micro. And this is a good test. This is a good test of that for sure. Right now, MbL is going to, well, actually, there's just a very slight difference between times, but about 9 seconds. I think MbL is up to feudal first, and Eddie's actually up to castle first. So,
but MbL's got one more bill, considering the time difference.
Very nice, yeah.
Ooh.
Well, it's funny because like I was about to stress the Mayan eco, but they're both Mayans, so but still that is important, and for just that amount of time, it's very nice. I'm looking at the amount these guys have on stone. Definitely going to be doing something with the castle, and I want to see the scouting for the relics as well. MbL's scouting is horrid, really, when it comes to the relics. He sees this one in front of Eddie's base, but he doesn't see the other 2, which is way out on the bottom side. And Eddie has seen them, I know for a fact, so it's much better. And he has almost double the scouting percentage at MbL right now. I'm not quite sure why MbL is not. It's like he's just patrolling that one area. I'm not sure why he's doing that. Scout's actually going to fight now.
Ooh. MbL's on top of that one. He's fine. He's going to take that one easily. Stone counts. Eddie's definitely got enough stone to go to castle straight away. I think MbL will as well. 100 less though. That's interesting. So
Question is,
maybe
where
Eddie
they
can
put
get
it.
a quick. I think you're right when you earlier said about MbL just going to go straight for the 2 TC, then the castle. Because look, you've
Yeah.
got those 3 villages by that gold, yeah, but 1 TC.
I don't really even think. Oh, a similar situation as last game as well, which was he put the TC between the stone and the gold. But I don't know if he needed to have so much on stone either. Like even if Edie were to get castle going,
I think it's
get a
fine.
castle going, he could have got the wall and gotten 2 stone a little bit later. Either way, he's balancing his eco quite well. He could even get the next TC. He just needs to make sure he has the food to, supplement all the TCs. Which right now is getting a little low.
Too much of a waste.
Going up to that next TC is not often seen either in Mayans because they have such good eco. It's like going up the 4 is often a risk because the other player can get up a little bit quicker.
Absolutely right. Now the difference between all of this though, right, so we've got 2 TCs coming up from Edie, and now a monastery as well is already put up in the first month coming up, and now that castle, where, MbL's got the 3 TCs laid down. Not a monastery,
Yeah.
probably a castle shortly. Might buy the stone actually to get the castle up, if he really wants to get it up soon.
I don't think MbL is really concerned with getting the relics, and I think that's a real problem. He hasn't even gotten his monastery up yet. Gotta at least attempt to get him. Maybe he's waiting for his plumes to fight for the relics, but Eddie's already gotten his castle up. His other TC
That's
wasn't
a
delayed
really
too much.
defensive castle.
Yeah.
Really defensive castle we placed.
It's kind of what we talked about, how he could just sit there and just boom behind it. He has a lot of space, but I'm kind of not understanding all his decisions right now in MbL. He still doesn't see the relics actually, and it seems as though he's scouting areas which he's already can see. You should definitely, there's no way Edie has collected all the relics by now, so he should definitely be at least trying locating them, and that way he can get his plumes to go out and try and find them. Maybe he's just not going to go for them at all, I don't know. He's a villa head right now, he already has a wheelbarrow done. But,
yeah, his eco is going to be in a much better position. I don't think Eddie can get all the relics. I think he can get at least 4 of them, that's for sure. That one by MbL's wall, I think, is definitely a greedy grab, and I think if he's gonna do it, he has to get it now. That relic, but I don't think he will. So mainly because Eddie's just like, well, I can definitely get these 2 relics down here first, sort of thing. Better chance of doing that than just going for more of a bigger play and just going for that one relic up top.
Do you see MbL just attacking with his eagle, the plumes? I don't know what he was accomplishing there. At least try and go after a monk, but you're going to lose the eagle for sure there, and you need the scouting information. That's an interesting decision. Yeah.
Bit of a throw there. I think maybe he wasn't entirely concentrating, I'm not too sure, but at least he knows now that how many plumes are on the field, that Eddie's got monks already trying to pick up the relics and all that business, and knows what upgrade that these plumes have as well, so at least he's got a large amount of information now taken in. So that means that, you can see there, fletching already being done. He knows that no fletching being done by Edie.
So, it's quite common to see a lot of plumes come out just to fight for the middle ground control. And right now these players both doing that. Fletching is coming in for MbL. He is down in military though. He needs to still be careful in these fights. Gonna potentially get the eagle there of Edie. And Eddie's gonna go back. Bodkin error coming in now for MbL. Of course he did get his eco set up a little bit earlier, but pretty expensive upgrade. Still hasn't collected that relic, but yeah, he's gonna be able to protect that relic there quite easily. I still think in this position, had he scouted this relic at the bottom, he could be trying to locate that, grab it by now. But his lack of scouting is just unfortunate. He will be close to seeing that castle. He didn't quite see it, but either way, he knows that Edie has a castle somewhere. Both have Bodkin now. And both going to go into a fight with almost equal numbers, if you keep in mind that there's a couple monks around for Edie. And Eddie's going to go for that relic now.
Yeah, he's not going to get it done. Even if the plumes are there, he's just going to... doesn't matter if MbL loses a couple. He'll just sacrifice that just to make sure he doesn't get the relic, I think. We're getting Bosor now. Oh, interesting. Like,
Yeah, that relic is definitely for Edie now. MbL not wanting to lose his plumes, and that's a huge deal. I feel like that's really overlooked. He's actually getting another castle up, MbL, in his base.
wow, even well, I mean, yeah, that castle's fine. Like, I think he really wants to prioritize making sure these castles are not too far forward. Just plays defensively, it seems. Now getting a barracks down as well.
Yeah,
Looking to probably get the archer range, I think, to get the
yeah.
get the thumb ring, because he's getting
Yep.
ballistics now.
Yep. Now, Eddie's not prioritizing those upgrades there. He hasn't had really all that much trouble either, and he's clicked up the Imp. So, while these upgrades are coming in for MbL, what are they really going to do if Capped Ram, Siege Ram can come out from Edie that much sooner? It's going to be rough. I mean, he might win the fights if they do happen in the middle now, but I feel like maybe it would be better off to save those resources till a little bit later and just get up to Imperial Age. He's not too far off looking at his resources, but certainly needs to get up.
Really, he should not get thumb ring now. I think he knows that as well. I think
Yeah.
he probably saw the score drop a little bit. It's like, well, I have to go up now. Try and get up as soon as possible.
Eddie's doing the right thing, and he's going to get this other relic. Right now, he has 4 of them. And it's almost inexcusable, in my opinion, for MbL not to get the relic outside of his base. He didn't even make a monastery. So, it's a huge deal.
That is a huge deal. In May and War, it's like, 3-2 relics, so it's fairly even, but the third relic's actually quite important because, of course, when it comes to the late game, the Rams, so...
Yep.
But if you're giving up 5 relics like that, that is just... I know, of course, it's not the biggest deal to begin with, but when we're talking late game main, which is like really late game,
Yeah.
then you have a lot of problems, I feel. The thing is, though, what's interesting is that he's going to be up first, right? But MbL's had the second castle and going to build a third one probably shortly, if he can.
Okay, yeah.
And because of that, his numbers will be bigger, and of course that means he can get Trebs out, be a little bit late with them, but it's okay because they've got to try and fight over the middle ground first before even Trebs can come out,
Yeah.
so...
MbL's going to take a fight right now. I don't know if he should go in there. It's going to be a castle, and he's going to go back. He just took a shot at the Siege Workshop. I don't know what that was about.
Like,
I know it's there. You can't trick me. But Thumb Ring is coming in now for MbL. I don't know, has Edie gotten that research? I didn't see it. It's probably going for Capped Ram right off the bat, which is good, but...
He hasn't got it. Yeah, I didn't see a barracks coming out from him, so he hasn't got even a thumb ring yet. So he's got the ballistics, and he's getting chemistry now, and he's going to get the cap rams and all that. But that thumb ring is huge.
Yeah,
that
sometimes you will see Thumb Ring delayed a little bit because they want to get Capped Ram right away. But
yeah,
I like the decision, but with MbL's map, I think he'll be able to definitely hold on for a bit.
yeah. He's playing is actually really smart, MbL. Like the castle positions, he knows that you're probably going to do it later and so on. In fact, is important because you don't lose those castles early on. And what he did was really nice, like controlling the middle ground, just to buy him that amount of time to get up, without being punished too much of it. And now he's gonna get the all the rest of the upgrades coming in. He'll even get elite plumed archers, I think, ahead of Edie.
Yeah,
But
MbL does need to, be careful. This fight, so there is a Capped Rams coming in. The Trebs as well will be able to target on that one castle. So, need some micro. Right now, he doesn't have +4. He is doing a nice job here, I think.
yeah, it's just a thumb ring, but he's
that's
a
not
lot actually,
nice,
really.
though.
Yeah, it was doing well. No, it's just kind of like.
Yeah, you need Rams. You need them in a Mayan war.
Yeah.
Doesn't have
And
he
look
does have
at
elite
getting
plume.
siege round.
Yeah,
Got
this
siege
is
round.
not even Capped Ram yet for MbL. I'm not sure what his play is. Getting another castle though, and doing a decent job with his micro as well.
Yeah, he's doing alright with that actually. He's now got elite plumed archers, which is really nice, but he's got to find a way around these rams, to be honest. It's probably his best bet is maybe to go Onagers, as crazy as it sounds, but Onagers a bad play on this occasion. Just because of the fact that there's no elite plumed archers in play, like they're just basic plumes, they're just falling like dominoes, because MbL's microing like a boss.
Yeah, I know. You're right. And he might be able to pick off some vills here as well. That castle's trying to get up. Oh, this could be huge. Edie could lose so much.
Oh my goodness.
How many
This
vills are
castle
going to go
gets
down
denied.
here?
This
Is it denied? He has focused the vills down. MbL, yeah, it's definitely going to be denied. More plumes are coming out. MbL taking a good fight, but the castle's...
I don't think it's going to get denied.
He's not attacking the villagers. Maybe he's
well,
leaving
he's
it to
now
the
got
last
elite
minute.
plumes.
Yeah, I think he's leaving it to the last minute. That's a smart. As you would say, Milmano, that's cheeky. And
that is cheeky, for sure.
now he
but
probably
the thing
needs
is
to go
that
back.
Edie's another set of plumes.
he needs to go back
Oh,
because these rams are a problem. If you're not microing, you're going to be attacking the rams. And he could still push in here. Yeah, these rams are... He has nothing to engage these rams right now, MbL. It's a real issue.
He might get some mangonels out to deal with it. I think that's probably his best bet. Just camp behind the castle with a couple of mangonels. He's making more battery rams, which is the wrong move at this occasion.
Well, if he gets capped ram,
Look
I
at his
mean...
resources, though.
He has so many idols. Look how many idols. It's like a wasteland in his town
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, it's horrible. Put him onto gold, I think. He's a bit of a short
He is
now.
getting onager.
He just sold 1,000 wood.
Yeah,
He
he's
just
getting
sold
onager,
1,000
but-
wood.
1,000.
Yeah, now. Yeah, just to get the onager upgrade.
He's
and of course,
desperate now.
He's had a lot of wood, to be fair.
We talked about the metagame of the Mayans and how they have to go for, you know, siege ram, but not even seeing capped ram from MbL now is a huge deal. So onager's Trebs is pretty much what he's going for. And
Yeah, he has to go with that now.
he does have
It's not a
elite
bad
moves
idea.
still, but so does Edie now. And he needs a lot of them though. He doesn't even have his one siege workshop now. Is he gonna lose the onager
But the
upgrade?
onager-
Oh,
96.
he just got it. He just got it.
Wow,
Yeah,
that was so close.
yeah.
Ooh, boy.
I didn't even think that
boy.
was gonna happen really.
That
I thought he was
so
gonna
close.
definitely
Now
get
he's
it in
got
time.
honors, though. There's not many elite plumed art just coming from Eddie. It's only like Eddie or so, which really
He's
isn't
picking off a
lot.
couple of vills here. The problem is MbL's eco is now getting kind of squished. He's a lot of villagers. It's really clustered. And he's now down in eco as well. And I would say down in tech, because I would definitely prefer to have siege rams over onagers.
Yeah, I think so as well. It's just, you know, it's nice and efficient. And also the thing is that these onagers are a lot more gold intensive. The upgrade itself and
Yeah.
all that business, so... And he hasn't got 5 relics. Who has got 5 relics?
Yep. Eddie has the relics. Eddie could just hold here all game, really. He's going to attack this castle now. Eddie seems to be in a good position. He's bringing in one ram, and it kills one. Onager just one. Eddie does need to hold this, though.
MbL's still okay, though.
He has a lot of
I mean, the
onagers.
onagers, yeah, the onagers are doing some serious good work, and there's not enough real plumes to deal with it. He hasn't really got enough answers to this now.
He's kept
got
his
to get
castle
onager
alive. He's
himself.
going to take out the 2 Trebs, and MbL's regained the score lead. Pretty crazy. Still having a lot of idols in his town, but Eddie does as well, believe it or not. These guys mainly focusing on the fights, which is understandable. So
Yeah.
if you're MbL, you need to get the Trebs going now and
Yeah, which he
start
has.
pushing Eddie back. Yeah.
Now, the interesting is if MbL got all the castle defense upgrades, I think his castle would have survived the other one. I think a little bit longer.
Oh,
really
bad
important.
fight there for Eddie's.
Yeah.
But this is interesting. Onager's now coming in for Eddie, and Capped Ram is coming in for MbL. They're doing it flip-flop here.
And now the thumb ring from Eddie, finally.
Oh, I thought he'd had it by now. That's a big deal.
Ah.
This is gonna be a big fight, though. There's Onagers here. Both these guys engaging with plumes. And Eddie's going back. He's waiting for his own Onagers. With Onagers here, they could really turn around. Look how many Onagers MbL has. That's an insane amount.
Crazy amount.
And yeah, this is gonna be a big fight. Remind you, this is for Game 5. It's been really crazy games thus far. Nice micro, well, actually horrible turnout there for MbL. Oh, but Eddie doing a great job there, Eddie, really.
And MbL's just sending 4 Trebs out like, I don't care. I'm just gonna
Yeah, I didn't
pull
even
them out
see the
without
Trebs.
any
What is he doing
protection.
with the Trebs?
He's
MbL,
like, oh boy. Gotta get
Eddie's micro, he's just killed. He's 2 for 0 with this one Onager. He's coming with the...
back. It's just-
Oh, 3 for 0 now with the one Onager. He's coming with the
come
siege rams.
on. That is unfair. That is huge as
That
well.
micro was
And
insane, really.
all that ground is now lost. He has to get siege
Oh, the
ram
Trebs!
next
The
to him.
Trebs! Oh! Luckily, Eddie was hitting
Wow.
them separately, but Onager's still here, but Eddie's micro has been exceptional, really.
Dodgeball Mangonel.
Yeah, I know,
He's
he's-
playing a lot of those.
Yeah, he's really good. Siege
I know
Rams.
you're pretty good at that, 89.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm told. Not the Mangonel one, but anyway, Siege Ram's still not in for MbL. That's a problem. It's a real problem.
Yeah. He even got the food for it. Like he should.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Well, that could be a big shot there. Yeah, 2 go down. Plume's now coming in from the bottom side from Edie, but he's not engaging with all of them. He does have the Siege Rams coming in. He's on stand ground, I think. I'm not sure, but he is going to come in now. This could clean up MbL's Plumes. His Onagers are...
Well, the Siege Ram could go down. Oh, that
no, but the Onagers... The Trebs are still alive. The Onagers are there for MbL defending. This is so odd because the Onagers are really hard to... It's hard to follow every unit here. The Trebs still just alive, and they are going to continue pushing out. Remember, MbL does not have the relics. But I mean, Eddie still just needs to hold. He has the relics. He has some extra golds. MbL still has. Oh, MbL losing 1 Treb, potentially more. That's on 2 HP. Eddie's micro is insane. He's gonna get close to another one there. And well done, well done. Still actually keeping that Onager alive, picking off another Treb. And
get out. Get out.
Man. He's bringing another one out as well. Amazing micro. Again, I don't know. Look at this micro from Edie. It's really exceptional. He's going to possibly get another Treb. That one's going to go down. It's going to bring out... Yeah, I don't know what MbL is doing right now, but he's losing so much on the front.
I know what MbL is doing.
Yeah.
MbL just sold 1,000 food when he could have got Siege Ram.
He sold it.
Yeah, he sold the food. He sold 1,000 food when he could get Siege Ram upgrade.
That's a really odd decision.
I think that's a lot more about onagers now these days, so I guess the Siege Ram's impact is a little bit...
Speaking of onagers, wise of Edie to go back there.
Oh god. Ooh, that ground attack just failed to connect. Another Treb goes down.
Yep. So, now Eddie's on the back foot, but Edie has, you know, those 5 relics. And, Onager shots on MbL, and MbL's losing so much! This could be so huge!
Oh my god! That was incredible!
He's lost almost half his army. He has a lot of Onagers, but still, Siege Rams could come out after those. Of course, Eddie's micro has been better here, and,
now the military count was exactly the same.
5 relics in that monastery for Edie. The micro is going to still be important here. There's more onagers for MbL, and MbL almost losing 3 one shot of Edie. Things can turn around pretty quick with these onagers, but Edie needs to be careful. His Trebs are there. He's losing 1 Treb. And...
Oh my god, what? Eddie actually just...
Eddie doesn't have the onagers, and MbL, I don't know how to call this game, Milmano. This is really hard. He's lost another Treb.
I have absolutely no idea. I mean...
And the onagers up top are going to try and defend. This is good. This castle's going down. Eddie's losing his castle here. And what's next could maybe be that monastery.
Yeah.
Those plumes. Those onagers.
Coming again?
Oh, very nice work. I mean, the plumes are still alive. Eddie's trying to stay in this game, but the castle's down, and that's huge.
Yeah. I love what MbL's doing. It's just objective-based gameplay right now. You just, got the castle, let's pack up the Trebs, keep them out, and let's just go for the next move.
I do think it would actually be important to go for the siege workshops because there could be some really nice shots here from Edie on the Trebs, and we've seen it before, so he needs to be careful.
But the plumes up top taking out the trebuchet. He's got to be careful, actually, MbL. But his plumes are trapped for the onager. Oh god, this is not good. MbL.
Yeah, he's lost 1. I mean, he's still pushing in the front for sure, but he's lost 1. The Ram's there. He's sending an onager up there. This is madness.
I know. It's crazy.
It looks like MbL will just defend that right there, honestly. Oh, but the onager's now coming out. Like I said, the onager's going to take out these Trebs and losing them. He still only has 1 left. I wish I could, know how many times the score has changed in this game.
Too many.
MbL can see for sure, if you look. He can see where those relics are there. I feel like he should try and take them out and not engage this castle, because right now, Eddie's so many plumes and onagers. Yeah, he's got to pack up the Treb and go back. Is wise. Now, notably, guys, we have 130 6 vills for Eddie. Now he has a lot of idols, but that's a lot more villagers. You don't really need that many as Mayans at this point, but he does have a lot more, and maybe with better eco, MbL would have got capped, siege ram by now. Though we're not seeing any rams really anymore. Just a lot of onagers.
It's crazy. I mean, like, if I was MbL, you should really start taking up all these extra goals and just Eddie's just getting a free ride on that
Yep,
one. It's
Eddie's
like,
all over
relics.
the golds. Yep, Eddie's been on the golds
I've
for quite a
ordered
while.
those since. Crazy.
And I think MbL is now going to go for the monastery. That's what I would do, at least just try and hit it. But I don't know why he hasn't. I mean, just a couple plumes could deal damage to all that gold, and it's just been collected freely by Eddie.
I know. That's the most. I feel like a frustrating. But like it could be even better for MbL.
Look at the onagers coming in now from Eddie, and he's going to take more trebs, more onagers as well. He needs to be careful because his plumes are actually there. It's hard to call, but more onagers tends to win the fights at this point in the game.
Yeah.
Looks like the monastery did go down.
Trade there, though.
Yeah.
That was a decent trade for MbL. And the monastery got taken down as well.
Yeah, monastery's down, but
Lost all the
he can't get the relic, so I think it'd be wise for Eddie to snatch him up and take him to the back. Look how many idols he has.
I think he did. He built another monastery, yeah, which means he will pick him back up.
But
that delay of goals.
MbL could push into the. I mean, he's having trouble at the top, but he could push in to that area and stop that from happening. He should get his own monastery up. He hasn't done that. It's getting to the point in the game. In fact, MbL is completely out of gold. He's completely out of gold. He has no gold being collected anywhere. So.
Really worrying.
I mean, I hate to see that, but all of his gold's right here. Oh, you know what? He didn't scout it. Look at his scouting from the beginning of the game. He's still.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, he didn't scout that from the very beginning, so that's the problem.
Wow.
His scouting.
I mean, like people might say, why did you check? But I kind of assumed that this sort of level.
Yeah.
Not like a criticism as such like that, but I would have expect.
Yeah.
That to happen.
Well, you know, earlier in the game, we said the relic was there and he hadn't scouted it, and I just checked. He didn't actually scout it. That's unfortunate. So he has to push now, I guess, forward, and he's gonna try. He's gonna get some big onager shots here, potentially onto Eddie's not. Eddie's coming in though.
Oh, wow, those splits were good. Damn,
Very nice. Oh my gosh, his exceptional micro. And with Eddie's own onager, he might be able to take these trebs out. 4 HP on that onager. But those trebs are goners now. Castle's still alive.
Yeah. Now we're going to be seeing Elite Skirms coming out right now. This is MbL's next move. He has to go Elite Skirms, just go full trash and just pray. Pray.
Look at the amount of onagers coming out from Eddie now. I just don't think Elite Skirms, I mean, that's all he can do, right? But it's not going to work out. It's not going to work out. He doesn't have the gold.
And the thing is that he has to have an eco to do it in terms of food income.
Yeah.
But he hasn't set up for that late game scenario either, so...
Oh, he's going to lose the Elite Skirm archery range.
Oh my god.
He's going to lose the Elite Skirm archery range. It does take quite a while as well. I mean, he needs time, and that's not going to help.
Oh god. I feel like this game could be over now. I don't want to call it like this, but I think it might. And now he's doing outposts to scout the goals.
It's too late. Even if you were to get it now, that's not much gold, really, in the grand scheme of things, compared to what Eddie has collected. And he's going to need something huge here. Ooh, that was very close to being a huge onager shot.
That's why I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I don't think he's realized he doesn't have Elite Skirm yet, because he's not getting the upgrade. So sometimes you just don't realize it.
It's just even though you can try and deal with this for now, it's just like every time Eddie's going to chip away at this in terms of the plume dodge and on just it makes it harder and
MbL needs to go back there, receiving some. Yeah, it's just going to get harder and harder, really. Skirms are not going to be able to deal with the onagers here. Eddie has exceptional micro, just microing there as well.
Yeah, his onager micro has just been insane.
Yeah.
And that's
MbL
why, kids, you don't give up 5 relics in arena.
Yeah, I mean, in the beginning, he should have at least collected the one that was right next to his walls, at the very least. And very disappointing, honestly. That and the fact that he hasn't scouted down here until now, and there's only a total of like 550 gold left. That's really bad. It's really bad. His scouting's only at 43%, so considering like there's so much of the map he can't explore because it's Eddie's, it's like very, very small. He should have at least 60.
Getting fortified wall.
He's pretty much.
Okay.
The problem is he's 50 pop
I
behind.
cancelled it. He cancelled it.
Okay, he's 50 pop behind, and
Oh, he
he.
didn't cancel it.
Oh, he didn't?
No, I was like, oh, he cancelled it. No, he didn't.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, he's 50
Wait,
he's 50 pop behind, and he has skirms and he has no siege ram, and that is a lot of dead plumed archers.
Oh,
That is a lot
you
of dead
could
plumed
split all your
archers.
lights, son.
Yeah, there's the GG.
Oh.
What games though? That was a exciting series, and that last game was great as well. That was awesome. Eddie's micro was great, but I have to say, like, MbL had a huge advantage, and he just ran out of steam. He didn't have the resources, and it's a bit disappointing. Like, as a spectator, you just, when you see that, you know, the player like that just allows the relics to be collected by the enemy, just without even, did he even make a monastery? I don't think.
No,
Without
not
ever
even
making
one
a monastery, and without scouting these extra golds, it's unfortunate, really. We could have seen that go a little bit longer, but regardless, credit to Eddie for winning the best of 5, and also credit to MbL, of course, for giving us exciting games there. I'm sure the bets results are going to come in. We have the achievements: 287 units killed.
User joined your
Eddie.
channel.
Hello.
Hello. Don't let me interrupt you with the
okay.
TeamSpeak
Understood.
notification.
Understood. Yep. All right. So, units lost then for MbL, and look at the gold though, Milmano. We have 25k gold collected for Eddie, and that's a huge deal. In the end, that's kind of what it came down to. Food as well. Food as well was higher in Eddie's favor, and he had the siege ram.
Look at the relic gold.
Yeah.
4,900.
Oh wow.
gold.
Yeah, 5k. Yeah, it's disappointing.
It's just like, yeah,
That's
okay.
disappointing. But great games.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I mean, what a way to actually end that series on that game.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
I mean, like, you know, I think MbL did play, I think, really well throughout his entire series. Actually, he played really well last game as well. It's just, I think the only way I can see what he was thinking from is that he was like, okay, I'll just go 3 TC and then go Castle and Plumes. My eco will be better than his. I think he was under the assumption that we'd be better, but like, you know, in a main war, like, I think it's quite, I don't say naive, but like to assume that, I think is probably the wrong thing to do, because in the end, like, to be honest, like Eddie's eco is actually pretty close by his, so that's well played.
Yeah, it was awesome games, honestly. There were a couple games in there which were a little lackluster, but I loved them. And yeah, I'm Spanish. Yeah. But anyway, exactly what Taft's saying in the chat. Like when MbL is down, you know, 0-2, you're just like, oh well, we know how this is going to turn out. And he really, I mean, even could have taken that last game, had a couple little things changed. So it was a lot of fun for sure.